everybody. Welcome back to the Hip Horse. Tommy D along with Johnny Lowe. Thanks for joining us. We just saw the end of the Belmont. We got a winner of our contest, everybody. We appreciate you if you participated in this free contest. Dean Jones is the winner. Dean Jones hit the trifecta, guys. He got it stone cold, so he's the winner of a $50 Amazon gift card. Congratulations, Dean. Nice call on the Belmont. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, more contests coming your way. Saratoga, Del Mar content, more action coming for you. But I got my main man, Johnny. We're doing Skype today. Johnny, how you doing today?
I'm doing really well. The weather's kind of heating up. We just had a heat wave around the country. One more thing, congrats, Dean Jones. Nice picks. Is there an email that you want him to contact you at?
Yeah, I do actually. It's going to be on the bottom there. It's going to be teamhiphorse@gmail.com, Dean. So send me an email, get your contact, and we'll get that out to you. Kurt Ratliff, our last winner, got his gift card in the mail. So we want to get yours to you. So reach out to us, Dean Jones. Reach out to me and we'll get that gift card to you. Good call there, Johnny. But enough of the small talk here. Belmont, Johnny. What did you think about the Belmont Stakes? Is it what you thought? Did it play out to be what you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, you know what? I think the horses that had a little bit more class kind of showed up and they did well. That was a nice race from Mo Donegal. It was nice to see another Uncle Mo horse get up there and win another race. Obviously, a mile and a half might not have as much punch as the mile and a quarter races that the classic distance races are run at, like Kentucky Derby or the Breeders' Cup Classic, but still it's nice. Now he's got a Derby winner under his belt. This is a Belmont winner under his belt. If he could get a Preakness winner and a Classic winner, he'd be joining some exclusive air right there, kind of what Curlin's missing the Kentucky Derby, although his son Keen Eyesight, Rich Strike, who won that race, but I think that if you have to win all three legs of the Triple Crown with a different horse and the Breeders' Cup Classic, you're looking at the stallion that's probably shape breeding at that point.
Yeah, solid win there. Mo Donegal getting the win there very impressively. You know, and early voting kind of set it up, winning the Preakness. We saw Mo Donegal lose to early voting the race before, and it showed up and ready to go in this one in the Belmont. So pretty impressive win there, Johnny, like you said, in a 3-year-old division that's kind of up in the air right now, trying to see who the top horse is right now for 3-year-olds. And we're going to still keep working on that. In your opinion right now, if you had to pick a top 3-year-old, who would it be?
You know what, actually back before I answer your question, one of the good points you did make was Mo Donegal in early voting. They ran 1-2 in the Wood Memorial, which people have been kind of clowning on the race of late, having no class. Well, you know who ran third in that race? This was Skippy Longstocking, who actually ran a decent race in the Belmont Stakes as well. And for that race to produce 2 of the 3 winners of the Triple Crown this year, I just want to give a little bit of props out there to the New York races that fed into the Triple Crown this year, because that turned out to be a key race in the Triple Crown. For me, we line the 3-year-old horses up and we say, hey, you're going a mile and a quarter, best horse win. I think the horse with the highest ceiling is Taba. He's got unbelievable breeding. Gunrunner couldn't be hotter. I have a feeling that by the end of the year, you're going to see this horse win some kind of a big race. He might even make a push towards the Breeders' Classic if he stays healthy and stays on the track.
There we go. I like it. So keep your eyes on Taba. Johnny likes this one on the 3-year-old trail. You might be able to find a price next time this colt runs too. Like I said, the 3-year-old division wide open kind of. So we got one race to talk about today, and that's going to actually be the Pegasus, 150K from Monmouth. This is race 12. Johnny, let's take a look at this 5:19 Eastern. This video is coming out Saturday morning. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe. If you're listening to us on Believe, make sure you follow us. So when we come up with new content, you get a heads up. Race 12, like I said, the Pegasus, 1 mile and a 16th for 3-year-olds, Johnny. It's going to be a 7-horse field. We got 2 scratches. Number 5, No Need to Worry, scratched, and number 7, Dash Attack, scratch. Taking a look at the field, so 7 horses here. Your thoughts on this field right now? Morning line favorite, 9-5 electability for Chad Brown. Your thoughts on this one? Do you give us a winner or a pick or a pedigree? What your thoughts overall here? What do you think?
Well, my first thought is, summer's right around the corner. It's officially in 3 days, right? Summer starts, and we're heading out to Jersey. Thinking Jersey Shore, the summer. You got the whole vibes. It's the parties. Let's get the party started and kicked off for the summer. When Del Mar starts, everybody comes out for the vibes and the good times. You've got racing in Saratoga. I feel like this could be the weekend that kind of kicks it off. I mean, they have 14 races at Monmouth. They're running a ton of races at Santa Anita as that meet's coming to an end. And I see this race right here with some 3-year-olds that somebody needs to make a splash out of this race. I'm sure there's a horse in here with a little bit of talent that's looking to move forward into maybe feed off this race into a bigger race. The last couple of years, we've had some interesting horses running in this race. Mandaloon won last year. We had that race with Maximum Security. He ran in the Pegasus. I think that was the race where King for a Day got him, I believe, if I'm correct there. So this could turn out to be a better race. I think there's decent horses that have come out of this race. Looking at the race, I think there's 2 horses that kind of stand out to me. They look like they stand out to everybody. Homebrew being the horse that I think I'm going to put on top. Coming out of Oaklawn, he hasn't ran since April 23rd, which isn't a whole lot of time, but he's had decent workouts. He's been working at Churchill Downs, actually, so they're shipped out to target this race. I like the horse. He's by Street Sense, out of OmniTap, who's by Tap It. He's a full sibling to Airstrike. Airstrike won the Triple Bend, which he was more of a sprinter, but I don't see why Homebrew couldn't stretch out. And then you've got the horse I think everybody's kind of looking at in electability, Quality Road out of Spindle by Hard Spun, the Chad Brown horse, Manny Franco's aboard. He didn't really run that great in the Peter Pan. I think the numbers were kind of inflated a little bit in the Peter Pan. We the People kind of ran up the creek. Another horse in here got his all-time high buyer, Cook Creek, got an 82. He ran 5th by 13 1/4. I don't know on that good sealed track. I don't know how much I could really take out of that race. So if I take that one away, then he's basically a non-winner of 180,000, which is a nice race. But at the same time, this is going to be his first real try at 2 turns, other than his maiden debut on the turf at Saratoga, where he ran 7th by 5.5 lengths. And I think he could be primed for an upset here. I'm looking at Homebrew right now, but it wouldn't shock me if Cyber Viking or Mr. Jefferson or even Cook Creek came in and ran a big race and tried to steal the show.
All right, great analysis there, Johnny. Yeah, number 2, Homebrew. I'm with you. If I got to take a shot, I'm going here too. You look at his last 3 races, Johnny. If you go back to Oaklawn Park, that was over a sloppy track. Let's get rid of that race. It's 2 back. The race before that, really solid. So, the weather being pretty nice in Monmouth right now. No rain in the forecast. Brad Cox and Florent Giroux, 26% combo right now. I like Homebrew. I'm with you here. Electability might be the horse to beat. Chad Brown, like you said, coming out of the Peter Pan. And the one that, when you mentioned to me, the long shot I like is Crook Creek. I think if I'm going to take a long shot here, again, Lasix here too. First time, Jeremiah O'Dwyer, not the most popular trainer, but could sneak a win off. Second off, 19%. So maybe take a shot there. We're all going to be trying to beat electability. So I'm with you. Let's go number 2, Homebrew, as the hip horse pick here, race 12. Anything else you want to say to this race before we move on to race 14 and see our buddy Hot Rod Charlie?
Not a whole lot. I think the race is pretty straightforward here. Homebrew, I would imagine, is probably going to be sent towards the front. I don't know how the track's playing, but I would imagine he's got the class in the field, and hopefully he can bring it home for the connections. Brad Cox and Gary and Mary West. They win races together, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, pretty solid connection. Anytime you see Gary and Mary West, it's the real deal. Only picking up solid pedigree horses in their barn. So pretty solid when you see those connections. Let's move on to race 14 at Monmouth. This is the Salvador Mile, grade 3. This is 1 mile. This is for 3-year-olds and upward. Hot Rod Charlie showing up here, the number 3 horse. Mike Smith getting the call, coming back from the Dubai World Cup. Being placed here, the 3 horse, morning line 4 to 5, Johnny. This looks to be a lock. I know we don't say that in horse racing too much. I'm trying to find a horse that could beat this 4-year-old colt. As long as this 4-year-old colt's healthy, I don't see anyone that could beat it. Your thoughts here, race 14 in the Salvador Mile?
Yeah, I could definitely see him bouncing in this race. He shipped all the way out to Dubai. He was out there for a couple of months. He ran twice. They shipped him back. He's had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 works. Nothing very pressing. His fastest work, I looks like 6 furlongs in 1:12 and 3. Now they're going to ship him all the way over to Monmouth. No Lasix. It could be hot out there. We root for the horse. Obviously, we like the breeding. We've talked about the horse many times on the show. Mike Smith is going out to ride him, which I think is a good sign. And I'm happy for Mike to be able to get them out on a horse like this. At the same time, this could be one of those races that's kind of a setup race. And the horse that I'm going to key in on here is Cheryl Spite. So Cheryl Spite actually has dirt breeding. The only time he ran on the dirt, he ran right up the creek. It was a sprint. It was 6 furlongs. It's the shortest race he's ever ran in his entire career. And they just blew the doors off him out of the gate all the way to the wire. He never picked up his feet. After that, he was laid off for almost an entire year. I'm going to guess there was some kind of excuse there. He came back from that race, didn't run that well. And in January, he got his footing back. And from there, he rattled off 3 in a row, including the Maker's Mile Grade 1. He ran 4th in the Turf Classic Grade 1 on Kentucky Derby Day. As tough of a race as that was, they could have brought him back into a turf race. There was turf stakes at Monmouth. I think they could have ran him at, and they decided not to. They decided to run him in this race on the dirt. And there's something about it where if it's set up, and I know Hot Rod Charlie basically can control the pace if he wants. There's a little bit of speed from, now that he's scratched, Confessor scratched, there's actually no speed in the race with him. So he's going to control the pace. It's a short field, but who knows? Maybe they send Cheryl Spike, goes out there with him, and they battle it out down the stretch and see what happens. I think that's who I'm going to put my money on today, though.
Yeah, if you could beat Hot Rod Charlie here, you're going to get paid, Johnny. So taking a shot might be worth it. Roger Atfield, too. Trainer maybe under the radar. Turf to dirt, 21% on 28 attempts, 21% in graded stakes. So this trainer knows how to get it done in big races. 5-year-old Cheryl Spite. Johnny thinks it's got a shot going to the dirt. Number 3, Hot Rod Charlie is going to be the main pick here. But a lot of action at Monmouth. Summertime's here, like you said, on the Jersey Shore. Let's get after it. Del Mar, Saratoga, right around the corner. We appreciate you following us on the Hip Horse, Tommy D and Johnny Lowe. Johnny, anything else you'd like to say before we get out of here?
Not a whole lot. Just with Santa Anita coming to an end, they're going to start racing at Los Al pretty soon. That's going to transition into Del Mar. We've got these races at Monmouth. I guess it's kind of going to be a sit and wait game to see what all these trainers want to do with all these 3-year-olds, with the Travers coming up and Haskell and some of these other big races. It's going to be pretty interesting. There's, like you said, we're seeing who's trying to vie for leader of the pack for the 3-year-olds. And as of right now, I think it's really up in the air. And I think it's going to make for some good racing over the summer because there's no real scary horse that's going to scare off a field. I think we're going to see some big fields. People are going to get brave, and hopefully this is a really good year.
Yeah, Johnny, pay attention to us. The Hip Horse summertime action coming your way, content. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe, follow us, ring that bell so you get all those notifications. We're here on YouTube and the Believe Network, everybody. Thanks again, Tommy D, Johnny Lowe. We'll catch you next time on the Hip Horse.